Copy of the motion. See, the reason I'm doing this year, if you looked at the budget.
Did you get a second?
Yes.
Yes.
We did get a second.
Who seconded?
Laskowski, Mary.
Who did? Laskowski.
What's your first name? Gary?
Irene.
Very.
Barry.
Okay, the
And what's your name?
Joe Nuspel, NUSPL.
Yeah.
Losing my voice.
Yeah.
Spending on the roads this year, currently 80,000 over the budget right now. It was budgeted for 175,000 for this year, and we're over 80,000 for last year. So I think we have money, since we spent more last year, I don't think we should spend less this year. And I think on the highway report last meeting, I had said that we had 38 miles of roads. And 25 of them are in bad shape. So we need repairs of these roads as soon as possible and not to extend it. And the statute does give us the authority to go over that 5,000 miles, and I think this would give us enough money. And the surplus, we do have surplus in the LGIP and the funds, general funds, and also the undesignated funds, and I think we can use that for it. Where else are we gonna spend the money? And $300,000 or $400,000 is more than what we need. So that's my motion and reasons for doing it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. To spend an additional $186,000. Pardon?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Do you wanna,
Is the wording in the motion to spend up to, or to spend that exact amount?
is that,
I'll let the clerk read it back, she has it in writing.
Okay. I therefore make a motion to direct the board to allocate $9,500 per mile for the 38 miles of town roads per chapter 82.03, parentheses 2, 1CA of the state statutes in 2014 for a total expenditure of $361,000, $175,000 of which is currently proposed in the 2014 budget, and $186,000 to be formally designated from undersigned surplus funds for the maintenance and the repair of town roads in 2014, as determined by the Highway Committee established by the town board this year and chaired by Supervisor Miller. Do you want to put up to? Is that
No,
what
I
you?
want it as is. You don't want 95,000 per mile, so. 9,500. It's 9,500.
We don't want taxes like Sullivan. Hang on.
any other discussion?
Yes, I would like to find out, Joe, is your motion a general continuing motion, or is it specific?
Specific. It's to direct the board to
The,
allocate.
yeah, the statute says there that directives or grants of authority to the town board, except as provided in paragraph C, which concerns exercise of village powers, which, as I understand, we already have, but directives or grants of authority to the town board under this subsection for town meetings may be general and continuing, or may be limited as to purpose, effect, or duration. A resolution adopted under this subsection shall specify whether the directive or grant is general and continuing, or whether it is limited as to purpose, effect, or duration. So as I understand it, yours is limited as to purpose.
Right, we have it for the statute for, it's designated, proposed for in the 2014 budget. So it's for that and only for road construction. So yes, it is specific.
A
Road
resolution,
maintenance.
okay, so a resolution that's continuing or general remains in effect until rescinded by the subsequent town meeting by a number of electors equal to or greater than the number of electors who voted for the original resolution. This subsection does not limit in any way the authority otherwise conferred on the town board by law, by resolution, or by resolution. So if it's limited, it could be overturned in the future. If it's general and continuing, then it continues, and I take it Josh's motion was general and continuing, because it was concerning the levy limit, which can be amended by another town meeting. So yours is general, or not general, it's limited and specific in its nature. All right, okay. With that clarification, and I guess that motion should be indicated as such. Before a vote.
Is there any more discussion?
Call the question.
Okay, we can have a show of hands, I guess. All in favor? Looks like 17, 18.
One person not voting.
One person left, there's 18. And we carried the other one with 19, so motion carried.
Yes, I have one to work with.
Do I need a motion to adjourn? I'm just adjourning this.
Do you have to do a name vote? Do you have to take a name vote?
Just took the positive.
You gotta take a name vote.
Okay, all opposed. No,
Oh,
that'll be like 13,
only opposed, right?
because we have to write, right. 13.
Tom, we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
The public should be motion to adjourn.
You still have two other items on there. You still have two other items on this.
No, we don't do anything on
There's no.
the wages, because it was
wages,
set
it's
for
next
2
year.
years.
I'll move to adjourn if it's appropriate.
Second, I'll second,
It's been moved and
second.
seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Jim Rowland, Joe
Motion
Nussbaum.
carried. Jim Rowland.
Joe Nussbaum.
It's P-U-L, right?
NUSPL.
N-S-P-U-L.
No, NUSPL. NUSPL.
No. Board meeting's the second Monday, right?
No, we have a special, we have to adopt
We have to adopt the budget. Okay, we're calling a special meeting to order to adopt the budget. Agenda is to consider and adopt the town of Palmyra 2014 budget. This one? Yes, right.
because I have to serve it.
Okay.
Would you need a motion? Need a motion to approve the budget?
Yeah.
That is amended. Okay.
If you want to delete that from the, if you want to delete that 33,000.
Right.
So what do you do with the loan?
That's interest. So, right now, it's not on the budget.
We have to sum up to. We need a motion to,
Resolution adopted by the town electors at town meeting. Two resolutions.
right,
One is to replace
reduce the levy, right, to increase the highway.
increase the highway levy, come up with more. So those have to be adjusted small.
But there's no, the undesignated funds aren't. How do you do that? Whether they
We need a motion so we can discuss it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Who wants to make a motion? Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the town budget with the suggested changes by the town electorate to raise the road maintenance and construction budget to the $361,000 and to reduce the town levy by the $33,475 for a total of $238,743.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah. So, one of the questions that we have as a board to the town attorney is how do we account for the $33,000 or $32,000 and odd dollars that needs to be paid in the,
September.
in September for the loan, in the budget process?
I guess you can deduct, you can simply eliminate that item in the budget where it talks about the payment of the fire equipment note. And you can just eliminate the $33,475, or you could eliminate it elsewhere. The budget would have to balance in order to equal the levy that was set. Now, in addition, the first motion that was adopted in the resolution set the levy, but then the second one increased the expenditures of the township by $186,000. So the levy as set and the taxes as collected will be insufficient to pay that fire equipment note or pay the additional $186,000 on the highway maintenance and construction. So that money is going to have to be borrowed, but the
I
town
believe the
board.
motion stated that it was going to be directed from the unallocated reserves.
But
That's
that's
what
not
the motion
something the
says.
town electors can determine, the town board. You set the levy limit, you've increased the expenditures for roads, it's up to the town board then to find that money.
Well, I think the motion did talk about where to direct the money from unallocated reserves.
Okay, that is gonna be the town board's decision,
Okay.
not the electors. The electors have adopted a resolution, in order to adjust the budget accordingly, then you would have to make sure that the levy that is gonna be set, which is the $238,743, is the levy, but then that's gonna have to come from the balance of the budget. So the budget's gonna have to equal the amount of the levy.
So that means you can't have, what, salaries, municipal, I mean, assessor what?
So,
Well, if you set the levy and you have a budget that is not commensurate with the funds to raise that, it's gonna be out of balance.
Why can't you just think, add to your revenue, transfer from LGIP designated funds or undesignated funds to this, what you're short? Then
Yeah,
it would
you can do that.
balance. That's what you can do, you can just allocate it to
That's
extra revenue.
That's what other towns do.
That's what other
They
towns do.
show
We
it
do
on
for
their
the-
budget.
We do
allocated
it,
yeah,
funds.
but
we do it for
that's-
the, also for sanitary district, we wanted money for all our new equipment, we have to take it out of GRP, so we put it as a revenue account, as designated, a transfer from LGIP for,
into the budget, to balance the budget.
yes.
Right, and that's the town board's decision how to raise that money.
Right, that's what I'm
But-
giving
but they
that
have to balance-
suggestion.
right.
That's their suggestion right now, is we can take it right out of there, and you got a balanced budget.
But the budget has to equal the levy at the present time. Right. So there's a need to recalculate some of these. If you do want to take it out of the LGIP, that's one option. You can reduce other items in the budget as well.
It's already a line item. You already have it in the line item, transfer to the LGIP. You did it in 2012.
Yeah.
It should be easy enough to do in 2014, correct?
Say it louder.
Did you see that on there, Chairman Moore?
Well, right now, there's only 101,000 in LGI.
But you can increase it
That's it.
to accomplish your
You're just
purpose.
going to budget for it in 2014, you're not going to use it today or January 1st. Mr. Miller already said he didn't have that spent yet or figured out how he was gonna fix those roads in 2014 yet. So when that money does come back in there, then you just, it's there, it's a number. Oh, budgeting.
It's not just LGIP, it's
That was
undesignated
like-
reserves.
Correct, but you already have a line item there where it says transfer to. As an expense, so your income should have one that says transfer to, shouldn't it? You have one, you should have the other. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the attorney can tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not an accountant.
Oh, come on.
So there's one thing-
I am an accountant, and yes, I would do that. Joe and I do it all the time on Blue Spring Lake. That is normal
It has to be
accounting.
balanced, but yeah, you can do it that way.
It's the only way you can do it, or you won't have any money for any other expenses,
No, or you can take it from other,
or to get a loan.
you have to borrow the money.
Right, or use the money you already have.
Or you can reallocate other items of the budget, take it from other items.
Take it.
Technically, we need to take the 186 plus the 33.
No, I wish we had something stable.
Oh.
Right, but you can't take the fire money because it's already been allocated.
Because 43 of it does have to go for the fire money. That's what they don't understand.
Of course, nobody here to do anything like that. Yeah, no. Still turn it around half so they can both ways.
And if we're increasing every year 2 to 3%, that's gonna be gone in no time, so. Yeah.
Right, and they don't understand it unless they have
Take the balances. Need a motion to take out the LGIP? There's a
Accept the
motion,
budget repair changes that they want.
there's a motion to
So we
accept the
just have to
budget
figure out,
changes.
right.
You can add the method to them, you can add the method as part of the motion.
Yeah, with the motion, take the money, adopt the budget, take the money from the LGIP to balance. You want to change your She's gonna amend the motion on the floor to accept the budget with designated LJP money to make up the deficit.
I'm putting their parts in here.
Yes, 186 and 33, 475.
What do you want the total?
Yeah, and I've got 219, 475.
186.
186 plus the 33, 475. 186 plus 33, 475.
Not true.
So I'll amend the motion to balance the budget by using the LJIP funds for the $186,000 for road construction, the $33,475 to pay the fire equipment note, which will equal a total of $219,475 coming out of the LJIP.
I'll second that. It's been moved and seconded to take the $186,000, $33,475 from LGIP. The balanced budget, is there any discussion? No discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No? Motion carried. That's it.
That's going in, right?
Pardon?
That's going in on the income?
Yes, on
Yeah.
the income side.
Yep.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned.